There you go. Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? This is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So we have a nice class tonight. It's biology, continuing biology with Charles Darwin. For all you new subscribers or new fans or viewers, we are studying biology and Charles Darwin. And when you first get into Miss Melinda's YouTube channel, if you're in home, okay, they got home, videos, shorts, and something else, I think, will be at the top, just below the name of my show. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. And then it'll show, they always put me in home. And then there's home, and then video, and short, and something. You have to click into the videos, the word videos, or they'll be shooting up under home. You'll get like one class that has nothing to do with another class, and nothing will make any sense. So you have to click into videos, and then you will get this newest video first, okay, all the way to the left, okay? So if you're in videos, you'll also get rows, and I have 48 videos. So you're going to get, in videos, you're going to get them all in rows. In home, they don't even have them in rows. It's like you see one row, and then 50 miles away, somehow, I don't know. It's like you have to be in videos, and you will get four videos across in a row. Another 4 videos across in a row. And it'll keep going like that until it gets the whole 48 videos. It will always be in rows of 4 videos. So I like you to watch the 2 newest videos. When you get into videos, you watch the 2 first, because it's my most recent upload. So you want to see my first 2 most recent uploads. Then it'll always be like a class. And right now, so those of you who are new subscribers or new viewers or fans, we are studying biology and Charles Darwin. After you watch these 2 videos I'll be uploading, go to biology class 1. You have to, I know you're just going to think, well, I'm just going to watch the videos from left to right, like we were taught to read books. But you can't do it. You can do the first 2 for fun. You want to see the 2 newest I just uploaded that you've never seen before, or could keep dipping into. So you can watch the first 2 every time I upload 2. But then you have to go to class number 1 of whatever subject I'm teaching, which is, of right now, it's biology. And it's been the simplest class until tonight. Towards the end of my notes, they start throwing out these really long, weird words. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to go through all my biology classes. I think this is, so this should be biology class 5, because the white top last one was, no, the blue dress is the 4th class, but I put it out of order. So the white top, I think, is class 3. And the blue satin dress I had on, that's class 4. That's the most recent that I uploaded is that blue satin dress and the white top. But the blue dress is class 4, so technically it should have been on the left, and the white, beautiful, gorgeous white low-cut top I have on should have been to the right of the blue satin dress. So I put them backwards. Sorry about that. So we, listen and watch class 1, 2, 3, and 4, please. And then I need your support. Those of you who haven't subscribed, if you could please subscribe and hit my like button, that would be really nice. I worked real hard today to get this class together. But at the end, this one's going to get some weird, difficult words. I will have to look them up, like maybe tomorrow. That's something I can work on. So I might not be able to film tomorrow. I had a really busy, tiring day today. So I don't know, but I also want you to, when you got time, I'd like you to activate my other videos. I have 48 videos, and I worked hard and spent a lot of money on diva costumes and expensive makeup, and I buy a whole supply of makeup backup so you don't run out. And I just bought more new costumes, but I need your support. I need your support. If you really want my show to stay, I want to teach the rest of my life. I love teaching my classes and entertaining people. I have a TV personality, and I always said that I was going to write, produce, and star in my own show. And here I am, writing, filming, producing, and starring in my own show, Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. It's so good to see everybody out there in Wonderland, in TV land. Okay, shall we get started with our, I think it's class 5, biology class 5. And this one's called molecular biology, okay? Sounds a little like a nice, fresh topic, okay? So molecular biology is the branch. Wait, I have to get my paper. It can't be in the screen. Let's see if I can move up just a little bit. My head gets cut off is the problem. Let's see. Then the paper keeps getting in the way. I don't want it in the way of the video. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, molecular biology is the branch of biology that focuses on the structure and function of the molecules that make up cells, period. With I knew I was going to trip up on that one. With, and then I got a comma. I don't know what that other line is. So with the biochemists have been able to compare the structures of proteins from many species and use the similarities to create phylogenetic trees. Okay, you'll have to look up, that's a long spelling. See, this class does get some difficult words. So, I'll repeat, to compare the structures of proteins from many species and use the similarities to create phylogenetic trees. Phylogenetic trees. Can we all practice saying that? Phylogenetic trees. You practice at home when you're alone. There's going to be more difficult words in this one. Okay, I'm going to try to remember to look them up. That's part of one of the classes I want to teach, is looking up these some words that we don't know, how to spell or the definition. And then I'll teach it in another class, all these words. Yeah, so that's something I've always had on my mind. Okay, so to compare the structures of proteins from many species, and use these similarities to create phylogenetic trees. They're essentially family trees that show the proposed relationships between organisms based on similarities between their proteins, period. Okay. I feel like I'm so crooked here. Crooked. My body's crooked. Okay, I guess that's all right. Okay. Similarities between their proteins. With the development of DNA technology that allows for reading is the actual gene sequence. In DNA, modern scientists have also been able to compare gene sequences among species. Some proteins and gene sequences are similar between very distantly related organisms, indicating that they haven't changed in millions of years. Fascinating. These sequences are called highly conserved sequences. So we'll have to look up highly conserved sequences. That's what class I've been on my mind for some weeks. I need to go back through. Well, I threw all my notes out because I had stacks and stacks. I couldn't keep them. But you just go into my videos and watch them over and over. I need the activity, on my videos. And if once you watch all the biology, watch them over and over. And try to write down, the words yourself too. But I'm going to try to go through my videos is all I have. I threw all the notes out. And I will see if I can start looking up words. I'm going to watch my videos. But what I'm trying to say is just also skip around into different videos. But I'm telling you, you don't know just by what I'm saying at the beginning. You have no idea how many different subjects I may talk about in one class. So I really would appreciate it if you could try to watch all 48 videos. Just watch, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, a half hour there. You might be, if you're really into it, like I was at my girlfriend's, you might watch. I was making them really, really long, and it was too long. I couldn't, I watch myself all the time. I'm trying to memorize what I'm teaching you, because I didn't learn all this in college. A lot of this I'm looking up in the internet, or I have books. I have a biology book, and that's where that's coming from. Okay, so continuing on, one of these highly conserved sequences, I have to look that up, highly conserved sequences, produces a protein called cytochrome. Well, when I hear the word chrome, I think of color. So it says, one of these highly conserved sequences produces a protein called cytochrome, which is part of the electron transport chain that occurs in mitochondria. You probably heard of mitochondria before, haven't you? Okay, occurs in mitochondria, period. Humans and chimpanzees have exactly the same amino acid sequences. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, and in their cytochrome is proteins, which indicates that humans and chimpanzees branched off the trunk of the evolutionary tree very recently. Quote, recently, in evolutionary terms, is still quite a long time, about 6 million years, in this case, 6 million years. Wow, you're going to have to watch this video over and over, all of the biology. And then you could, I would suggest for newcomers, if y'all could watch, all of you, keep watching the trials and a little bit of the phonetics, but that's really difficult. I'm going to teach it again simpler. But trials, and the criminal justice system. If you could dip into those classes, starting with the first class 1, trials class, law class, trials 1, 2, 3, like that. And I did a class of neurology and neuroterminology. And if you could just dip into as many videos and spend, 10, 15 minutes, half hour, it's, everybody likes different classes, or like I love them all. I like all the classes. But math was always like my hardest subject, but I managed to get a B+ in accounting in college, at a different college than where I graduated, at Triton College. I took the test 3 times, and I finally got a B+ in manual accounting. Then I took it on the internet, Excel, and learned accounting on the internet, on the Excel software program, which comes automatically like in your laptops these days. We used to have to buy the software like for $500 and install it into our PC computers, with the big, huge hard drive. Okay, moving right along here. So, we know, I've heard of the word mitochondria. Humans and chimpanzees have exactly the same amino acid sequences in their cytochrome proteins, which indicates that humans and chimpanzees branched off the trunk of the evolutionary tree very recently. Recently, in evolutionary terms, is still quite a long time, about 6 million years in this case. Now I got what they were talking about with the 6 million years. Okay, the cytochrome protein in the word I've never seen before, it's spelled R-H-E, like he, sus, S-U-S. So we got a lot of hard words here. It's too little. I don't know, there it is, rhesus, okay? See, rhesus monkeys differ from humans and chimpanzees by just one amino acid count of a total of 104. Wow, I'll have to watch this one over and over. I have to go back to 1 myself and watch biology 1. All right, and 2 in order, indicating that rhesus monkeys are slightly more distantly. Could you talk softer because I'm recording? Okay. Indicating that rhesus monkeys are slightly more distantly related to humans. The fossil record all the fossils ever found and the information gained from them shows detailed evidence of the changes in living things over time, period. During Darwin's day, the science of paleontology, which studies prehistoric life through fossil evidence. Evidence, you can uppercase EFD in court reporting. That's how you spell evidence. It's a arbitrary word, brief form. EFD uppercase stands for evidence in court reporting. It's just a simple way for you, because in my classes you'll be using the word evidence. If you're taking notes, you can just put EFD for evidence. And then as just being born, period. Since Darwin's time, paleontologists have been busy, okay? This is not that long of a class. I made it short because that way all of us will have more patience to think about what I'm saying and just listen and watch this whole class. There's only like 10 pages, and we're already on page 5. So if you could concentrate on this class, and then you'll know what's going on when you go back to classes 1 through 5 of biology. So filling in gaps left in the fossil record in order to explain the evolutionary history of organisms, period. Hundreds of thousands of fossils have been found showing the changing forms of organisms. Okay, did you get that? Period. For some types of living things, such as fish, amphibians, reptiles, and primates, the fossil record depiction of the changes from one form of the organism to another is so complete that it's hard to say where one speckles ends at the next one begins, and the next one begins. It's no species. Let me read that again. Okay, so let me read this again. Showing the changing forms of organisms, period. For some types of living things, such as fish, amphibians, reptiles, and primates, the fossil record depiction of the changes from one form of the organism to another is so complete that it's hard to say where one species ends. It's hard to say where one species ends and the next one begins. That's interesting. Okay. Based on the fossil record, paleontologists have established a solid timeline of the appearance of different types of living things, beginning with the appearance of prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells, okay? Listen to the way I'm pronouncing it and practice it when you're alone at home or wherever. It's with the appearance of prokaryotic cells and continuing through modern humans, period. Here's a new label: observable data. Biological evolution can be measured by, my stupid head is cut off. It's nothing I could do. Okay. Observable data, new label. Biological evolution can be measured by studying the results of scientific experiments that measure evolutionary changes in the populations of organisms. Okay, page 7. We're almost over, guys. So stay with me and concentrate so you can really learn this and you'll enjoy it. Oh, by the way, last night I spent all day advertising, and I did it for the past 3 weeks. Last night, I busted 10,000. 10. I was just bragging. I was looking at my videos today. And in the one video, it says, I got 800 advertisements. I'm so proud. I'm laughing because I was just at 8,000, like a week ago. Or no, a few days ago. And last night, I busted 10,200 advertisements. They go out. My tutor tells me that'll go out. All those 10,200 advertisements will go out to 622 million Twitter users. But YouTube channels, all the YouTube users too will get them because I'm advertising my YouTube show, but I'm doing it from my Twitter. So it's advertising both. But it's the YouTube show is where I really care about, how many subscribers. Yeah. So ever since I hit that 10,200 advertisements last night, well, before that, a couple days before that, I hit 6,000. I started getting new subscribers and action in my videos. Then I hit 8,000, and it kept going up. Because for 2 to 3 weeks, my account froze. I was getting no new subscribers, and I said, oh my God, this is it? But then I realized if you keep advertising, you're posting and you're sending it out of your Twitter, and it's taking it to outer geographical regions than what. So when I started this show, Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show, around February 13th, okay, so I slammed up like 300 subscribers within 2 weeks. And so it hit like a whole region, a certain geographical region. One of them being Germany. But when I started doing these ads and more ads, and by the 1,000, they started going to farther different geographical regions. Yeah, and now I'm up to 10,200 advertisements. So they're being seen in all the different foreign countries. A lot more of it. Like me, I'm floating all over 10,200 videos are flying out there to all the Twitter users on a daily basis. He told me, my tutor, it's 622 million Twitter users on a daily basis. And he said even more for the 24 hours, but I don't care about that number. I don't know. And I jumped from being stuck at 305 subscribers for about 2 to 3 weeks. But after I started doing thousands and thousands, yesterday it hit 300. I think I'm up to 370 or 60 something subscribers. I went from 305 that just sat, 305 subscribers that just sat there because it reached all the region it's going to reach and the people that are interested. It uses algorithms, so it'll be sending my videos to people who are adults, enjoy my diva costumes and and want to learn my classes, and if you don't like one class, there's plenty more in mine. And I do a lot of spontaneous talking as of right now. So, these went out to farther regions, farther geographical regions. So I shot up 60 subscribers in a few days. It shot up just like the first time I started. And that 10,200 is out there still, and it's going to take a couple of weeks. I'm going to continue advertising. By tomorrow, I'll start a new 5,000 goal, see, for ads. But that 10,200, it's going to take 3 weeks, a month for more and more people to get on their internet and come across my ads. But 10,200, I'm probably going to be getting subscribers and viewers and fans around the world, more and more. 10,200 is going to take a month for a lot of people to see those, but because they're going to be floating. They're floating way out of the region that I was stuck in. So I didn't know it, and then I figured it out. I says, your ads or your show is only going to foreign countries, but it just wasn't enough. Once it hit that first 300, there just was nobody else new seeing it. But 10,200, it's gonna keep going up, and I'm gonna keep doing more. I'm going for 50,000, and then I'm going for 100,000. What do you think? People don't have that drive like I do. That to hit that post. The post you're not posting it in the Twitter. It's already in the Twitter posted. Then you're hitting it to a word. You go in it. You go in the tweet, the ad, and then it shoots up, and it has your name and an arrow, and you hit that arrow, and it flies out of my private Twitter into the whole Twitter world and YouTube world, which are both multi-billion-dollar businesses. So I'm very confident. I don't want to be let down, but I'm confident that in 12 months I can reach my 2 requirements and hopefully start making some money for all this hard work and all the money I'm spending, to create the show, and the time and hours of hard work. All right, let's finish up. That are alive today. Okay, so it's coming from 6. Let's just keep moving. All right. So, in fact, you need only look in the newspaper or hop online to see evidence of biological evolution in action in the forms of antibiotics - resistant bacteria. In the 1940s, where people first started using antibiotics to treat infections, most strains of the bacterium, Staphylococcus aureus. See, I told you hard words are coming up. I'll have to look it up, the definition. But I have to make these big, long words, spell them for you. Or let me just spell it for you, and you keep watching this and grab a pen and paper next time you watch it. So this is how you spell Staphylococcus aureus. It's S, so get a pen and paper. If you don't get it now, just watch this again and write down Staphylococcus like us. Staphylococcus aureus. Never heard of it. AUREUS. Staphylococcus aureus. It's got a parenthesis. S. aureus could be killed by penicillin. I don't even know what it is. Well, I'll have to Google that tomorrow. By using antibiotics, people applied a strong selection. Okay? People applied a strong selection. Pressure. Oh, okay. A strong pressure. Strong selection pressure. We have to learn that word, selection pressure. So I'll take that when I get a chance and look up these words through this biology. I won't throw out the notes. So that selection pressure we have to learn. To the populations of the S. aureus. They keep saying that word aureus. A-U-R-E, us. Like us going to the store. Aureus. Bacteria. It's a bacteria. The fittest aureus bacteria were those that could be best withstand the penicillin. Period. The bacteria that couldn't withstand the penicillin died, and the resistant bacteria multiplied. Today, most populations of S. aureus, A-U-R-E-U-S, are resistant to natural penicillin. Period. Another strain of S. aureus called MRSA, all uppercase. Okay, it's not a word, it's just uppercase. MRSA has evolved. That's not only resistant to natural penicillin, but also to the semi-synthetic methicillin, which used to be a great weapon in doctors' staph infection, fighting arsenal. Period. For most strains of MRSA, uppercase, vancomycin. See, there's a bunch of hard words. I'll spell it for you and write it down. So vancomycin is V like Victor, ANCOMYCIN. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get you guys to have these words. Okay, is the last effective treatment. But for some new, highly dangerous strains, vancomycin is beginning to fail, period. In the late 1990s, the first strains VRSA, uppercase, dash, vancomycin, resistance S. aureus, back to that weird word again, resistant S. aureus, dash, were reported. Doctors don't currently have anything that can fight off VRSA, uppercase, semicolon. If a person gets a dangerous VRSA infection, chances are he'll die. Last page, guys. Can you listen to the last page? He'll die. Using antibiotics is a double-edged sword. By using them to fight infection, people get healthy, but they also speed up the process of quote, we got to learn this, natural selection. That's one of Charles Darwin's greatest biological theories in history. Natural selection and biological evolution. Okay, I just reminded you. The potentially good news is that because doctors and scientists understand biological evolution, they're able to recognize what's happening and can take action to counteract these trends, such as prescribing fewer antibiotics. That's it, guys. You know, it's a good class. It's very interesting, but it had way too many difficult, long words, not knowing how to spell them, not knowing maybe the definition. And so I need to, look up those words, get the definition, and spell them. Or you keep watching this. And I did spell some of them for you, okay? But we have to work on we'll start with just biology. And I gotta get actually listen to myself because I throw the notes away. I had too many piles. So listen to myself and write down, well, this I'm going to keep. This I'm going to keep. And I'm going to get these words for this class. So you can learn this, But you still, even though we got stuck with a bunch of difficult words, you could still follow a lot of what I was saying. I could, Okay, guys, so please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you subscribe and hit my like button, I will smile for you. See? I like to show everybody my beautiful, bright white teeth. See? Aren't they nice? You don't get to see them when I'm talking. I can hardly ever see my beautiful white teeth when I'm talking. So I have to smile at the end. See? If you subscribe, you'll make Miss Melinda very happy. And we'll keep teaching classes, and I want you to learn. It's not just all about my diva clothes. It's just part of the fun. It's just part of the fun. And I am getting a lot of people actually caring about what I'm saying because I go through my analytics. And so the ones that are only real low, like I just have a few that are like, struggling at 200 hits. But you go into the analytics and they got like 10, 15 hours watch time, and it's only got 200 hits, struggling up to 300 hits. But I've got a lot of 1,000 hits on one video, many videos, that have 1,000 hits, many videos that have already hit 1,000, and I got 48 videos, and probably 20 of them are climbing the ladder to it. They're gonna, bust 1,000 hits. It looks to me like there's no action, but when you keep going into those analytics, those hours watch time are going up. I got some videos I have one video that has 77 hours watch time. They care about what I'm saying, and the ones with not many subscribers, they're staying, and watching for hours. So they care about what I'm saying. They're not just there to look at my costumes, They like what I'm teaching, whatever classes they like. I don't know, they may have one they don't like. Everybody has what they like and it might not like. I'm pretty interested in mostly everything. But so you could jump around to a lot of my other, if I'd appreciate it, if you could jump around and dip into the other videos. 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I need my fans who really love me. I opened up my comments so you could tell me what classes you really enjoy and if there's any you don't care for. I can't read all 370 something subscribers, but I can read as many as I can, and I've gotten some very nice. Every comment I've got is real sweet and nice, both men and women. I had a girl tell me, "Oh, I want to be you someday." She says, "You're so nice. You give so much of your time, and you teach us so much. And you're such a nice lady." And I get so many, sweet men that are just real sweet. They say, "Oh, you're so knowledgeable. I really learned a lot from you in this class. And you're so pretty and sweet and nice." And I've just been been swamped with nothing but, showered with nothing but love and interest in my classes, and really telling me I like your classes. I'm learning a lot, and I'm going to keep watching and listening and learning your classes. So please, all those of you who haven't subscribed, hit my subscribe button, and I'll smile. Cheese. Okay? And I'm going to keep working every day. And hopefully, after 12 months, we'll reach 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours watch time. That would be nice, so I can start to get some help to keep buying my diva costumes. I need to start making some money. And I have been busting my butt. 48 videos in 3 months is a hell of a lot of videos. Or let's see, March, it was 2 weeks into February, but so you start with, say, March, April, May, June. Okay, so 4.5 months. Okay, I'm already up to, 4.5 months, I'm already approaching 400 subscribers. So that means I got 8 months left to get a measly 130 subscribers. Well, shoot, that shouldn't be difficult. Look at how quick I got 372. I calculated up all my hours watch times, and I already have busted in just my 4.5 months existence with Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. Just in 4.5 months, I've already got almost busted 1,000 public watch time hours, PWT hours. So that means I still haven't, and that I did in 4.5 months. That means I still have 8 months just to get 2 more 1,000. Well, I just have to repeat what I've done this time that I started. I just got to get where I'm at again. Well, no, I don't have to do the 500 3 times. No. I've only got to get 130 subscribers, and I got enough subscribers, for one out of only 2 requirements to get paid. And so I will get the 500 subscribers, especially with all my advertising. And I think I can make the 3,000 watch time hours. But I need you guys' help. See my pretty pearls I put in my hair? See, I get all fixed up. Those pretty pearl decorations. And this barrette, silver barrette with my silver, my silver choker. That's a sterling silver choker I bought on Seabreeze Avenue at Seabreeze Fine Jewelers in Daytona Beach, Florida, when I went and stayed at a resort last year, before I went to New York last March. I had a ball in New York. That was the best trip I had. I'm going to let you guys go. I've been working real hard today. And I ran 5 miles. I love you all. I love you guys a real lot. And please activate my videos so we can get me to start maybe making a little money, so I can continue to buy and wear expensive diva costumes for you guys. I can't keep paying for this forever. I'm not rich. So we need to get me to start making some money. We got till February 18th to make the the 500 subscribers won't take long at all. Because look at how fast I got. Yeah, and I just started the advertising. And the hour watch time, the 3,000. I don't want to, I shouldn't be talking like this because I could maybe not get enough hours, and then you had yourself all worked up. So I never was going to say this to you guys, how good I'm doing, because you just don't know, But I feel good about it. I'm going to keep teaching, even if I don't meet I know I'm going to get the 500 subscribers. If I don't get the 3,000 hours watch time by like February 13th, I will still keep teaching. But I'm only going to be able to buy so many more, diva costumes for the show. If I don't get 3,000 hours watch time, you won't get your sexy costumes. I'll keep teaching, but I'll run out of diva costumes, and they'll just be, but they're not on, all my shows can't be diva. I mean, they can be diva, but they don't have to be low cut or show my cleavage. I got a lot of turtleneck sweaters out of those 48 videos, and they've busted 1,000 hits because there's people who care about learning. They're not just in here to see my looks, and my costumes. I got 70, hours watch time. I got all these different. I got turtleneck sweaters that busted 1,000. I got so many that are not low cut that are climbing, and they're gonna end up busting 1,000 hits. And they're not low cut tops. A lot of them are headed for 1,000 hits, and they're not low cut tops. No. So there are people who are interested in learning and who do care. A lot of foreign countries have no financial aid for college, and so they're just dying for my education, and I enjoy helping people. I consider myself academic scientist and a humanitarian, and that's why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it for free. But if we want to continue the costumes, we're going to have to get me some money. Okay, so I love you guys so much. Let me give you blow you a couple kisses. Okay, well, okay, cheese. I love you guys. Please subscribe, and please go to biology class 1 and watch 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 in order. But you can watch this upload right away, and the other upload I'll have. The first 2 you come to, you always watch the first 2 new ones, But then you go to class 1 and you watch it backwards. And you go to trials and go to 1 and watch it. You're reading backwards. You were taught to read from left to right. Well, you're going to have to read from right to left to be able to follow my classes, guys. Okay? Okay. I love you. Good night.